Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm doing a Valentine's Day look. I decided not to go for the classic pink or red lip look today. I wanted to go for more of a peachy look as that's kind of like the trend at the moment. But I wanted to keep it relatively soft, so I thought what better brand to use than Lolo to create this look. I'm really happy with how it turned out. And like I said, I'm trying to do slightly different videos for the Lolo, not just like the hauls and the first impressions, because I've almost tried everything. There's still a couple of items I haven't tried. And I did get a request on my my lip swatch video I just did for the lipsticks to do a lip gloss lip swatch video, so that will be the one that comes after this one. So thank you, Charlotte, for the suggestion. I will definitely be on that. But yeah, I wanted to do a Valentine's Lolo look, so this is the look I did. And I did use some of the Lolo brushes, but I also used some of my own because I don't own an extensive range of Lolo brushes, so I kind of had to incorporate some of my own as well, and I lost one as well, which wasn't helpful. So I really hope you enjoy this video, and if you'd like to see how I got this peachy toned Valentine's Day makeup look using Lolo products, then just keep watching. Okay, so I'm going to start with the face, and I've already gone with the primer. I don't have the Lolo primer, so I'm just using the Flawless Hydro Fix Primer Water by Barry M. So I just gave my face a couple of squirts. I really like this. It's really light, hydrating, soaks in quite well, but gives a really nice natural dewy finish to the skin. And then for foundation, I'm taking the Lolo Mineral Foundation in the shade Warm Peach. It's the only one I have, obviously, and you will have seen me use this several times. I'm going to go in with the Kabuki brush that I got in the last first impressions that I did. Medium coverage, I think. Try and build up medium coverage, because this is meant to be like a, I mean, although it's quite girly and more daytime appropriate, I still want to have a relatively good coverage. Okay, so I think I'm going to leave it there with building up for foundation. I like the coverage. It's probably not medium coverage like I said, because you can really still see my freckles through. I really like it, and you can still see the dewy effect from the primer as well. So it gives the skin a lovely glow. As you can see, my blemishes are still there. I think I'm going to struggle to cover these anyway. They're the type of spots that are quite, you almost need colour corrector to cover the redness, because they are quite extreme. But I don't have a colour corrector from Lolo. I know they do one, but I just don't own it. So I'm going to try and cover it with concealer, but I'm feeling they're going to still be slightly visible, but that's fine. I like the coverage and I like the finish to the skin this has given. So I've just done foundation. I'm going to go do the eye portion. I don't have eyeshadow primer. I'm not sure if they do one. They might do. I just, again, don't own it. So I'm just going to buff some of the concealer. I have mine in the shade Blondie. And just pop it over my eyes and kind of make it as a primer. So I'm just doing this like I would a normal concealer, a liquid concealer when I want to prime. It just helps cover veins and stuff and creates a really nice canvas to work on. For my transition shade, I'm going in with the Coralista Cheek Duo, and I'm actually going to take the blush shade from this and use this as my transition shade. My Luxie 205 large tapered blending brush to pop this on. And because it's a matte colour, it's going to act really well as a transition shade. I'm actually going to buff this onto the outer section of the lid as well. Then jumping into my Smoke and Mirrors eye palette, which looks like this. I'm going to take this middle shade here, which I believe is called Myth, and I'm going to focus this mainly in the crease area. I use my Luxie 251. This is the small tapered blending. Like I said, try and focus this mainly into the crease. I'm not being precise with this, it doesn't matter if it goes on my lid, but I just want to add a bit more depth to the crease area. I'm going to go with this beautiful peachy shade. This is the shade Looking Glass. I'm going to pop this kind of all over the lid. I'm using the eyeshadow brush that I got from that little travel set to apply it. And then just to deepen up the outer corner section, I'm actually going to go with the mineral blush from Lolo. This is the shade Just Juicy Peach. And it's a shimmery peachy shade. I'm just going to use the, what am I going to use? The 229 Luxie tapered blending brush. And just like I said, pop this more on the outer corner. Be very careful because it's going to have some fallout to it. And it's just going to deepen it ever so slightly. For the inner corner section, I'm going to take my mineral loose shadow in Orchid, which is a white shimmery shade. And that just kind of helps ever so slightly open the eye in the inner corner section. Okay, I'll come back to the rest of the eyes in a minute. I just want to do the rest of my face. So I'm going to go back in with that concealer, the Mineral Blondie concealer, and pop this under my eyes. So I'm going to go in with the setting brush, just to kind of, oh, that's much easier. Bring it down to kind of highlight as well. I'll use it just to highlight my face as well, so make sure it's really buffed in. Centre of my nose. And on my chin. Now this probably isn't the best idea to do on my chin because, like I said, I've got some quite bad breakouts down there at the moment, and like this, like I said, this is more of a highlighting concealer for me rather than a coverage, but I'm just going to go for it anyway and hope for the best. Okay, so I went to import this footage and realised this next section where I'm completing the face was corrupt, so I couldn't have, there was nothing that I could use from it, which was unfortunate. So I thought instead of redoing everything, because I really like how the eyes turned out, so actually that's why my eyes are already done, even though you haven't seen the last part because I'm redoing it, so sneak peek. So I quickly took off the face makeup, reapplied the base and the concealer because that's where I'm up to at this point. So it may look slightly different because I was trying to rush putting that on just so I could get this next bit in, because the skin part was just as important as the eyes because I really liked how it turned out. So hopefully I'll try and recreate it as best I can, but if it looks slightly different from this bit till when I go back to the eyes, then you'll know why. Okay, so what I did next was I went in with the Sculpt and Glow Duo kit, and I took the sculpting shade with the Lolo blush brush, just go like that shape of it, and I just use this to contour my face. I mentioned how because these brushes aren't particularly dense, they just create a nice natural finish to the skin, so I like a slightly more of a natural contour if I can help it. So these brushes are, or this brush in particular is great for doing that. So I popped it on my cheekbones, well not in my cheekbones, so I popped it in the hollows of my cheeks as per usual, and I also brought it around the forehead area just to add a bit of definition there, and I also popped some down my nose. Okay, then I went in with the Wakiki bronzer. So this is a loose one and it has a nice sheen to it, but you have to be careful because it will just fall out, so you want to make sure. I use the Real Techniques blush brush for this because it's my favourite for bronzer, so I've got a bit tapped it off, sometimes shake it away as well, so you sort of put it on there, but it just make sure it's not clumped in the brushes so you get like a real impact of colour in that one spot. and I just use it to bronze up the skin, and as you can see it just creates a really nice beautiful sheen to the face, which is why I absolutely love this bronzer. For blusher I went back to an oldie, the Juicy Peach one mineral. I mean, I did use it in the video previously on my eyes, but I haven't actually used it on my cheeks for a while because I'm really enjoying that Coralista one for an everyday look. This is beautiful again, like the bronzer, it gives a beautiful sheen, so I just popped some here. And then for highlighter, again, I've been loving that champagne highlighter a lot, but I wanted to go back to like the very first one I tried, and it's the Mineral Shimmer in Stardust. As you can see, I've still got the sample size because it's just lasted me that long. I mean, admittedly, I have been using the champagne one a lot more because it's more of a natural highlighter, that one, so for an everyday purpose it's great, and I did feature it in my January top 5 beauty picks for January just because I've been loving it. This one just has a bit more of a glow factor to it. Unlike the champagne, it's got slightly more of a yellow undertone, slightly more of a pearl shade, which I absolutely love. And at the moment I've been really loving my ruby brush to apply a highlighter because I can be a bit more precise, but it allows me to be more precise, but because it's not a dense brush it allows it to blend out nicely as well. So I go along the tops of my cheekbones as always. So as you can see, it's just a bit more, has a bit more of a glow factor in comparison to the champagne one, but I do love my champagne one. And as you can see, I do quite big circular movements because I like to blend it into the bronzer and blusher, so it's kind of all as one almost. And as always, I like to take it down the bridge of my nose ever so slightly. Looks really pretty. And then also on my Cupid's bow. And then whatever was left over, I just kind of dusted a little bit. So that should be where we're up to now. So I should be applying the Mineral Eyeshadow and Bronze Spark on my lower lash line. Hopefully that's where we're up to now, and then when you get to the next clip. So I apologise for the kind of mismatch. Admittedly, I didn't put the foundation and the concealer on as well as I did the last time, just because I was trying to rush it a little bit, just so I could show you the rest of the steps, and hence I'm in a different top. So luckily I didn't try and import it on the day of me filming it, otherwise I would have had to redo the whole thing, and I just love how the eyes have turned out. So now moving on to the original clip. I'm just going to quickly actually do my eyebrows before I finish off the eyes. So I'm going to take my... Oh no, I've lost my Lolo spoolie. So I'm going to go with the Eyebrow Duo in medium. Now if you watched, I got this in the third one that I did. I did say that it's probably, I needed to go for the dark one really because it's a little bit warm, but I'm just going to stick with it because I haven't purchased a dark one yet. I'm just taking, the wax bit, running it through just to kind of set them in place. So I'm doing the underneath section first, bring the tail out a bit. For some reason this eyebrow is much shorter than this eyebrow, I don't know why. Well, it's probably my plucking, but hey. I'm kind of going and filling a bit here. Okay, going back to the eyes, for the under eye section, I'm going to take this Lolo Mineral Eyeshadow and Bronze Sparkle. It's a really beautiful bronzy sparkly shade. I'm going to use my Luxie 213 eye shading brush, which looks like this. Pick up a little bit, again, make sure I dust off. And and pop this under on the lower lash line. Now that's not something I've ever really done before. I've kept it, I mean it's not matte on the eyelids, it's just that the eyeshadows are slightly shimmery there, the other ones, but not really that overly shimmery, and then gone really kind of shimmer and not sparkly, but really quite shimmery on the lower lash. And that's not something I typically do, I usually do it the other way around, but like it, and I thought it just add a pop of something different. So I'm going to go with the Lolo pencil, natural eye pencil in brown, and this I'm going to pop on the lower lash line. I'm not going to tight line, I'm just going to pop it along the lower lash line. It just helps define the eyes better and makes the shimmer, like the mineral eyeshadow I put underneath, less harsh. I mean, I still want that there, but you need some kind of depth to the lower lash line. So, and then I am just going to go back into my Smoke and Mirrors palette and take that dark matte grey shade here in the shade Intrigue. Is that Intrigue? Yeah, I was reading upside down there. And just pop this a little bit along the upper lash line. Not bring it too high up, just, again, it's just going to help define the lash line a bit. The eye a bit more shape, just like that, nothing more. Like that. Then go with some mascara, using the Lolo only do one mascara, so that's the one I'm going to go with. So that's the eye portion done, just a really pretty kind of peachy with a hint of copper under the eyes. Relatively soft, I mean it was soft up until I put the copper under my eyes, but I still think it's quite a pretty look to go for. So it's just the lips left to do. I'm not sure what lip I want to go now. I won't be using a lip liner because I only own the red one. And as I'm not doing a red lip, obviously I don't need it. So I'm just going to go in, like I said, Parisian pink. But just add a bit more of that peachy tone to the lip. I'm going to go with the Lipgloss Highflyer. So I own two of these lip glosses, as you well know, Highflyer and whatever this one is, Peachy Keen, that's what it's called. So I own those two, and that's it at the moment. And they're one of my favourite lip glosses because they're not sticky. So that is the completed look. Like I said, I know the typical makeup looks are like pinky tones or a red lip. I am going to be doing a pink orientated makeup look next, and then a slightly more sultry, glamorous look afterwards. But I wanted to do a slightly different peachy toned, as that seems to be the trend at the moment, peaches, with the pop of copper underneath the eyes, the shimmery copper, just to make it a little bit different and just to keep it all very soft. And I knew that Lolo was the brand to go to create this look, so I'm really glad with how it turned out. Let me know your thoughts below, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in my next one.